Hi, it's me, Midsummer. Sorry for not uploading for the past 2-3 weeks now. Um, I had originally planned to do a review of the Euros 2021 final, but that is taking a lot longer than I thought it would be. Scripting the match, obviously going over it, breaking it down tactically. Yeah, I'm having issues finding out how exactly I want to do that video. Display the tactics, get footage, because football footage is like one of the easiest things to get taken down on this site. And yes, I think I'll leave that to be one of my end of year videos, one of the three. Currently, we're working on Whiplash, that, and I don't know what the next one will be. But this video is an unscripted review of Black Widow because I watched it like last week and I do need something to talk about. I would like to preface this by saying before the review starts that I'm not even the biggest Marvel fan or anything. I think the last Marvel cinematic movie or MCU movie that I enjoyed, barring Spider-Verse, I don't think Spider-Verse is a part of all that, was the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which I actually preferred to the first. And yeah, since then I just haven't given a shit at all about Marvel. But seeing as Black Widow was one of my favorite characters from the OG Marvel movies, especially in Iron Man 2, and I've always liked her in comics. Yeah, I let myself get excited, and that was a mistake because this movie is a problem. So as it turns out, the audio didn't save for this video, the later parts. This is like 3 days after, and I'm trying to edit it now, and I'm just finding out that it never saved, which is fun. Now I have to talk about this movie again, even though I don't really want to. Okay, the good of Black Widow, the casting. I really like it. Not so much Scarlett Johansson. I'm quite indifferent to her. She's good, but whatever. David Harbour, who always seems to play a very questionable father. He's good here. Rachel Weisz. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. One of my favorite actresses from one of my favorite films, The Favorite. So I was very excited to see her in something again. Olga Kurylenko. I've definitely butchered that. I do apologize. Also, one of my other favorite actresses from one of my other favorite movies, The Death of Stalin.
You will not take me down! I will not be silent!
Florence Pugh. I mean, I watched Midsummer the day before going to see this for like the first time, and I loved her in that. She was pretty good, and here she's okay. She's also pretty good. Yeah. Apart from the casting, the jokes, although they were a tad excessive, they were funny. It's Marvel humor. It's harmless by itself, although it detracts from the plot and the weights, but it is funny as a joke. The dialogue in certain scenes was really good. Yeah, that's about all the good I can remember, or that there is. I really like the dinner scene. That's probably my favorite scene in the movie, which could have been infinitely better if it had anyone other than Marvel writers writing it, but whatever. I just felt like the four contrasting personalities with different wants and beliefs of how the family should have been coming together had so much potential. I think Black Widow's family dynamic is probably the most interesting part of this movie, which is strange because you'd think it'd be Black Widow by herself, but no, she's whatever. But yeah, it could have been so much better. I know I'm being vague because I can't be bothered to remember anything about this movie or be enthusiastic, but this was the one scene that had potential. I'm gonna do a rewrite once it comes on Disney Plus for free, or when the script comes out. I'll see if I could do it any better. But yeah, that's all I liked from the movie. And now it's time for the bad. There's not a lot of bad. I feel like movies like this, they're just meh. They have very few good things, but nothing bad that makes it unwatchable. It was a bit boring at times. The editing was okay. It was whatever. Some things are very plot convenient, like when they're falling from the top of that giant sky base thing and like nothing hits them. Okay. It's not effective as a prequel because we know she dies, but I mean everyone's said that. I think my main gripe with this movie is Taskmaster for multiple reasons. Actually, if I'm being honest, no, it's for one reason. I've never cared. I've never cared for Taskmaster. Even when I've been reading comics, I still don't. Olga, you do not have an actor as good as Olga Kurylenko and not use it. She didn't say one line in this whole useless movie, and that just annoys me. Why such an uninteresting villain and such a good actress wasted? Whatever. The main big bad guy, Dreykov, was really interesting. You know, he seemed like all of them secretive type guys that just has his singular goal and doesn't care what anybody else thinks. I was quite confused as to why he only used not abandoned girls, young girls, and not both young girls and boys. You know, wouldn't that be more effective? But whatever. And I liked him till they made him super petty in the end to try and convince Black Widow that his plan was smart. Like they didn't need to do that. So many fights in this movie could have been solved with like a gun, and they're assassins and they should all have guns. Yeah, this movie is whatever. It could have been so much better. But oh well. It exists. I shall not be going out of my way to rewatch it after I do the rewrite, but it's an okay time, I guess. The next movie I watched and subsequent review that you're getting is Spirit, the new one. Yeah, aren't you lucky? Surprise review, I guess. I didn't willingly like get up and go pay to watch this, like go pay weekend prices. I didn't do that. My sister was going to watch it, and then my mom had to follow her, and then I had to follow her. Yeah, and it all snowballed, and we watched Spirits Awakened. I don't care what the title is. I got a hot dog out of it. That was pretty cool. As for the movie itself, I'd probably rewatch it again over Black Widow. It's very harmless. It's a normal kids movie. It could have been better. Specifically, if a lot of things were restructured, like in the beginning, if we weren't shown that her mom died from the horse, we just started off with her in a very strict household. We hear things like her dad abandoned her. We don't know why. Then she goes to the city, another city, the town or village, whatever, that he's in, and all that gets explained. I'm going way too critically into this thing, but it could have been a lot better. But it's, for what it's worth, it's okay. The acting's good. I mean, there were one or two lines I can't remember exactly, but they could have done with some retakes. The dialogue is very child movie like, which is strange because this is a movie for children, but it could have been better. Like the dad, especially the dinner scene, I think it's when she leaves to go try be with spirits, that could have been better. I don't know the exact words because it's whatever, it's a forgettable movie, but yeah, I might also do a rewrite and a restructure because yeah, I did prefer this to Black Widow. Likes not much, and I didn't dislike anything really apart from the animation, not the animation style, the character designs. I don't like them. They're very bland and boring. Spirit looked I guess. Or the horses looked okay. It got me to laugh. It doesn't take a lot for me to laugh, I should say. Just bob somebody over the head with a stick and I'm guaranteed to laugh. But yeah, I do like at the end of that Spirit did leave her to go back to his herd. I thought they were going to do the typical child movie thing of how the main character like always gets what they want at the end of the day. But that was nice that she was without a horse. So it's like bittersweet. She gets there with her dad. Her auntie finds this guy all of a sudden. It's like one of those typical last minute side character hooks up kind of things. I just wish they would have given her something to do, because the whole movie she was spends taking care of main character and the father. I don't remember the names. Movie was very predictable. I was literally calling everything that would happen before it happened. I think that says more about me and that I spend too much time on these things. Yeah, it's a harmless movie that I would gladly watch over Black Widow. And that's what I watched this week and that week, because I think I did watch Black Widow on Monday last week. But yeah, next week I will be talking about the dictator. Next week I'll be talking about the Dictator documentary on Netflix, something I do like and I am really fond of. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Okay, thank you, and sorry for the long wait if anybody is waiting. Bye.